My name is Deborah Bird. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina.
My name is Horace White. I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina, and this is our love story.
I first met Horace through a colleague of mine. He wanted to know if I was married, if I was interested in meeting someone, said that, there was a homeboy of his who had recently retired from the military.
We're all from Wilmington, and he said, hey, I know this girl, I think she's nice, and I think you might like to meet her.
I just said, well, just give him my number and we'll see what happens from there.
I guess the first date was January 1st, 2010. I actually came down on New Year's Day and actually physically met her.
I think the first date was more or less, to me, uneventful.
We really didn't do much. I came down to Rock Hill and met her at a house, and we just sit there on her couch there and talked for a while.
It was exciting to finally meet the person that I had been talking on the phone with for a while. He came in on an evening, very gentlemanlike, was prepared to go to the hotel, and I said, you don't have to go to the hotel. I felt pretty comfortable with him. I
mean, it was all a blur, I was a bit nervous, I guess, and I go ahead and own that.
We went to dinner, had dinner, I don't even remember where, it wasn't anything that eventful either. Just spent a lot of time just talking and getting to know each other. I do recall one thing though. I remember asking him if he smoked. And I remember he saying, yeah. And he said, and I must have had this disappointed look on my face. And he said, is that gonna be a problem? And I said, I'm allergic to smoke. And he said, well, no problem, I need to quit anyway. And that's when I kind of knew this might just be my man.
My impression of Deborah from the first time we actually physically met, I thought she was a good-looking woman, nice, intelligent. And I was impressed with her. I guess you can tell that as I asked her to be my wife. So,
my first impression of Horace, I thought, wow, kind of cute. Had all the gray workings going on through here, bald head, big guy. And my friends that know me know that I don't particularly care for short men because I'm so tall and I wear heels a lot too. So to meet somebody who was big and tall and could engulf me and all of that was positive. I like what I saw.
The first kiss was on January 1st, that first night, got me a little peck there, so.
The first kiss probably was in the kitchen. I would think the next day when I did breakfast, I cooked breakfast on the following day. I think I just he was kind of shy, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna probably have to be the one to make this first move.
Who made the first move toward the first kiss, I'm not sure, but I should blame it on her, but I own that too. I think I took the initiative. I say it like that.
The one thing that I love the most about Horace is he's gentle. Horace is a very caring, loving, giving person. That's a quality that he has that is a lot like me. I mean, if I can do something for you, I'm going to do it. And as I got to know him more and more, I found that was a spirit that he had. I mean, his family absolutely adores him. And when I say his family, I'm talking about his nieces, his nephews. And it's all because he's a caregiver, and that matters to me. That really, really matters to me. That's just the most awesome thing about him.
The thing that I love most about Deborah, I love everything about her. just everything. The way she talk, walk, just everything. That's my girl. When did I realize Deborah was the one for me? I think it was early on, probably within a month of actually first seeing her. Actually physically seeing her from January. By the end of the month, you know, I was fairly certain. By then I was making weekend trips, you know, back and forth, down Friday night and out Sunday, you know, constantly from then on. So I was pretty certain early on.
You know, I was, had found the right church for me in Rock Hill because I wanted to get back in the community in which I lived. And so I found a church. And so I was going there every Sunday. And I remember asking him to go. And he said, I'm gonna go. Gonna be real soon, baby, real soon. And then he started going. And it became one of those things where I could just see changes in he. You know, I mean, and when I saw those changes, I knew that it was all God's divine intervention. It wasn't anything that I had did. It wasn't anything that he had did. It was just supposedly the right time for both of us to meet up for this point in time. So after all of those transformations, I guess, if you will, between me and he and seeing his life change and where we are even today, nothing but God, you know. So I think that as I started to see all of those transformations, I knew that he and I were meant to be together.
The first person who said, I love you was Deborah.
Yeah, I think I was the first person to say I love you, and that probably came over the phone or something because we talked every night. But I mean, when I said it, you know, it was reciprocated. He said it back to me, you know, I love you too. And true that, it was a good feeling to hear that I love you, but he's an easy person to love.
I swept off her feet.
The marriage proposal. How did Horace propose? Well, you know, it's every girl's dream to want to have this real exotic, special proposal. Then, well,
I did that at the house. It was a Wednesday night. We had just left Bible study.
We went to Bible study. He was acting a little weird. But, you know, because he wanted to make sure the car was locked because I was driving. And I'm like, well, we always lock the car.
And we were there in the sitting room and I kind of sprang it on her.
I was about to go to bed. And I said, well, I think I'm going to, you know, say goodnight. And he said, well, you get ready to go to bed? He grabbed my arm and I said, yeah.
I just came up and asked her if, you know, she was sure that she loved me and if she would want to spend her life with me, that kind of thing. And
you ready to spend the rest of your life with me? And I said, yeah. And he said, well, here's the ring.
Hopefully I was shocking enough for her, surprised her.
And I kind of knew it was going to come in some point in time, but I just didn't know when, didn't know how.
But she said yes, and we're on our way to history.
But he did really doggone good. He did good. So that was how it went, and I called my mom and called my girlfriends and called the people that were really close to me and said, guess what, I'm engaged. Actually, I took pictures of my finger and sent them on text message pictures to them. What part of the wedding day are we looking forward to the most? Being old?
Yeah, that'll work. How about the reception? That ought to be fun.
The reception should be fun, yeah. Yeah, especially...
Well, actually the ceremony too, you know.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's everything, you know, but when you talk about the wedding day, I think the wedding day is going to be that much more special, don't you, in light of everything that we're enduring right now? So the ceremony probably is the highlight for us, just because of the nature of it itself. You know,
Well,
the fact of
the ceremony will
vows.
finalize it.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
write it in stone, so to speak, that, yeah, you are the girl for me, and I'll have you by my side for the rest of our lives.
That's right, baby. Man, what kind of future will we have as Mr. and Mrs. White? I think it's going to be just the love on him. I mean, Horace is just so easygoing. He's an easy guy to love. I'm looking forward to lots more laughs. You know, the one thing that I didn't say about him is he has a sense of humor. You know, very, very.
And she don't have one. So it's going to be a trip. A good one. But it's going to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, baby.
Thanks everyone for coming. We appreciate your support and glad to see you here. Hope you're enjoying yourself. And don't drink up all my booze.
I would just like to say to our family and friends, thank you very much for all of your support. To all of my family, to all of my closest friends, to all of my colleagues out there, to all of the White family. It's been a blast preparing and having fun putting all of this planning of the wedding event together. And now that we're here at this day, we just want you to have a good time with us, and let's party like never before. Enjoy. Thanks.
Say something to me, babe.
Well, babe, I just want to say to you that, you know, as we are filming this video, we're going through some trying times. But you know, my motto is, God doesn't bring us to it. He wouldn't bring us to it if He couldn't bring us through it. And I just want to thank you for being here for me, being my rock, being my support, and I'm just looking forward to greater and better blessings to come. And I truly love you.
Thank you, and I love you as well. I've done a lot of things, been a lot of places. You are the finishing of my life.